Let's do some more coloring on this gorgeous drawing from Joanna Besford's Enchanted Forest, solely with Caran Luminance Pencils. And well, I have been doing some coloring. I've been doing here a little bit, something with the leaves, but a lot more needs to be done. And I will start with adding a little bit more blue to this here, to the compass. You know, it's a lot of work. The way I color takes a lot of time, but it's so joyful. Here is a luminance pencil called Middle Cobalt Blue U. And I feel that my vacation has begun, although that is not entirely true. But a couple of days ago, my husband surprised me with a little trip to the largest wooded area in the Netherlands, called the Veluwe. And we went for some hiking, walking through the woods. And there's a lot of heather also. And the temperature was quite good. Not too hot, not too cold. You didn't need a jacket, so that was nice. And there were a lot of tourists, so I anticipated that it would be impossible to have to enjoy the silence of nature because there were so many people. But it turned out that almost all the tourists decided to take a walk on the moor, on the heathered area, and not in the woods. So we went into the woods, and it was so silent, beautiful, quiet. We heard a lot of birds. And after a while we approached a monument with a couple of benches in the middle of the forest. So we sat down, we drank something, we ate something, yeah. And it was a cloudy day. And while sitting there, it was quite a dark forest. The canopy of the trees it was quite heavy canopy. This is genuine cobalt blue, a lighter one. And so it was quite dark, and then heavy clouds came over and it became even darker. And that excited me because it almost looked like the sun was setting. Like it was dusk. And when the sun is setting and it becomes darker in the forest, then the animals come out. So I was silently hoping for a little for a roe deer or something like that. And while we were sitting on that bench just enjoying, I suddenly saw something moving. I couldn't tell the distance because it was quite dark, and you know, with all the trees it is I found it hard to tell the distance. But I knew it was a deer, And then suddenly I saw something moving again, something else, and that turned out to be a mama deer with a little baby. At first I thought it was a red deer, but then it started walking again and it turned out to be much closer to us than I thought. And it was a mama roe deer with a little baby. So we sat there very quiet, just watching. And eventually it disappeared behind the trees and we didn't see it anymore. So after a while we started walking again, and then after, well, seconds, it turned out that mama roe deer and the baby had been very close to us because they jumped away as soon as we walked by. They had a beautiful red, warm brown color. Just gorgeous. So we were very lucky. But more adventure was ahead. It is the mating season of the roe deer. Here, blue, Prussian blue. And during the mating season, the deer are a little bit more active in broad daylight. And that turned out to be right. So we were walking through the woods and then there was this great area, a large area of ferns, large ferns, like at least a meter high, I think more higher. And a strange sound came from the fern. And I immediately recognized it as the call of a roe deer. And I once learned how to make that call. If you pick a piece of grass, just a leaf of a grass, and you have to put it between your thumbs, and then when you blow it, it starts to whistle exactly like a roe deer. Oh, this is light blue. So this roe deer in the ferns was making the noise, and I started whistling on that piece of grass. And well, we had a very nice conversation. My husband made a video. He recorded everything. It was very funny. Now I don't know what I've been telling the roe deer. And I think at a certain point this roe deer thought something is off. And you know, I'm not an experienced roe deer whistler, so sometimes the sounds that I made on my grass whistle, you know, if you don't blow the right way, very strange sounds come out, and that happened once in a while. So this is phthalocyanine blue. So I'm sure that roe deer must have thought at a certain point, this is strange. This sounds very weird. So in the end, we moved on, continued our hike, and after a while, again, we saw a beautiful roe deer, a lady, beautiful reddish color, red, brown, orange, gorgeous. And we didn't see almost anybody. We saw a couple of people bicycling in the distance, but not where we were walking. This is light cobalt blue. So nature surprised us with these gorgeous, beautiful encounters with nature. We also saw a couple of birds, like a blackbird and oh, I can show you those birds. I can show you the roe deer too, I think. Here is this beautiful book again. I received it as a gift from a wonderful lady from India. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm having so much fun with this book. So here is a page with a lot of deer. A lot of deer. This is roe deer. It is not very big. It has the size of a large dog, I think. So, this is the most common little deer in the Netherlands. I didn't see these birds, but look what a beautiful, beautiful painting. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. We also saw a little wren, but it looks different than this one. But the birds that I saw, they are not in the book. The European blackbird, European jay, little wren, not even a robin. I can't find a robin in this book, but there are so many other gorgeous. Look at this one. Never seen it. Scarlet minivet. Well, so we saw robins and a couple of little wrens, very small birds, and the blackbirds, and I think you call it a European jay. Beautiful, beautiful bird. This is violet. I was so inspired by our trip to the woods that I started painting, and I painted a little sketch of a roe deer. You can find it on my Instagram account. So as you can see, this drawing also will take many, many hours of happy coloring before it is done, before I'm finished. Let's do a little coloring on these toadstools. Permanent red. And this is bismuth yellow. And this is a color called scarlet. And to make a touch of shading, I'm using this one, Crimson Aubergine. It is a dark red with a touch of purple. So here's a color called Burnt Ochre, 10%. Very interesting color. It's like a flesh tone. And I'm going to use it on the tree, just as an experiment. I think I need a little more grayish tone. How about this one? Oh dear. Caran made a zero pencil with a flaw. You see, I have no idea what color it is. Well, who cares? The mystery pencil. I still think I need a cooler tone. This is steel gray, a very cool tone. Let's see what happens. My intention, of course, is to do a lot of layering, so. And here I have Castle Earth, very, very dark brown. Here in the Netherlands, where we live, you can clearly hear that the summer holidays have started, because there is significantly less traffic in the streets. So it is much more quiet outside, and I actually love that. Now this hole, I'm going to make it dark. This is Payne's Grey. And this is a color called Sepia. And here is a black. I also want to test these luminance pencils for my favorite doing, for my favorite thing, and that is building background. So I will try to build a background here, and this color is called Payne's Gray 30%, and as you can see I already experimented with other colors. I will take my time with this background because I love this page so much, I don't want to ruin it. So I will go slow, start with light tones and then gradually build up the colors. So let's do a little more coloring and then I will have to end this video. There's work waiting for me. And the work that is waiting is something that I love doing also, once in a while, not every day. That is organizing. Organizing the home. A lot of people still have the tradition of doing a spring cleaning. But in springtime I really don't have time, but in summertime I do. So summertime is for me is the time of organizing the house, getting rid of the stuff we don't need anymore, cleaning. Lovely, just lovely. And I think today I will go to the bathroom and check all the cabinets and the drawers there, because I'm quite sure there is stuff there that needs to go. I need some rearranging. Now this is easy. They are very soft, these pencils, the Luminance, so they are very fast. So that's nice. And this is a very neutral color. This Payne's Gray, so I can go anywhere from here. Now maybe you can hardly see the Payne's Gray that I just put in the background, but this is really going to help me to make this drawing look good. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and well, see you next time. Bye bye.